minute information and statistics. Sports Wrap, every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. 2 exciting hours of pure exciting sports talk. The experts are in the house. Sports Wrap, every Thursday evening, only on the big station, only on Q95. Lock it in.
Father, you have blessed us.
Yes, good evening and welcome to your favorite sports programs, Sports Wrap. And as usual, I am Lockett Sebastian, together with me is
Dr. Thompson Fontaine.
And I think we will only be, we're not sure if we're going to have Lobby tonight because it's Thanksgiving night in the States and Lobby might be involved in eating a lot of food tonight. So Dr. Fontaine and I alone will be here tonight. As usual, we will start with our prayer.
Father, you have blessed us. You have taken care of us. You have undertaken for us. Today we thank you for allowing us here by your grace. Thank you tonight that you've given another opportunity, Father God, to educate, to inform. And I ask, Lord, that you will open the minds of our listeners, that they will ask questions that will cause them to be better. I ask that you will provide wisdom for those who man this program, Father God, for the hosts, for the co-hosts, for those from whom they will acquire information for dissemination, Father. That in providing that information, Father God, and disseminate it will be done in such a way that people's lives will be enhanced, that lives will be touched, that the audience will be the wiser for it. And Father, I thank you that Sports Wrap program to be another intriguing, riveting, and interesting program that will bring glory to your name. We give you praise and we give you glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, my tears is and there are pies in peace, and my soul felt its hurt. The weary world rejoices, for yonder great new and glorious morn. Oh, your knees. Oh, hear oh, when Christ was born.
Yes, yes, yes. And you know, as the song says, "Oh, holy night, and tonight the stars may be shining in St. Vincent on the stars of the NDP." And Dr. Ralph Gonzalez may be falling on his knees tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we're going to have a good program. Dr. Fountain and I alone. Low Black is busy. It's Thanksgiving night. Let's say happy Thanksgiving to all these people up there. Low, we probably going to meet a lot of food tonight, turkey and whatever else. We will have the president of the Football Association with us live in studio, talk about football in Dominica. and a lot of cricket to talk about. Yeah, so let's say happy Thanksgiving, and you want to say Thanksgiving to a lot of people as well in the States.
Oh, absolutely. In
Mhm.
fact, I know that the Dominican community in the United States,
Mhm.
and they have the tradition of meeting with family, having the where they bring everything. Everything comes out, and so we just want to extend happy Thanksgiving to our families and the Dominican community out there in the United States, and of course the United States as well, as they give thanks, for this day.
Yeah, I want to say good night, Jerry, Jennifer, Derma, my brother Smith in Jersey, and Kim down there enjoying themselves, and everybody else. Dave Joseph, I know in Queens, they're enjoying themselves and having Paben in Florida. I know Paben, you could have a good time tonight. And the people up in Ohio, I know you people enjoying yourselves, and all the people in states, enjoy yourselves. It's Thanksgiving, have a good time and have fun. Vivian Rene, I'm sure he's done by his daughter Najuma and all his family. They're there tonight having a good time down in the Boston area. Alison, good night as well. So all the people in the States, have fun and enjoy yourself. As we said, guys, tonight is an interesting, we will have, at some point tonight, we'll have reports from St. Vincent live, where we'll be getting results because the polls are closed. The results should start coming in by 7, some polling stations. And I'm sure, Dr. Funkin, you saw videos of the Prime Minister, Ralph Gonsalves, even flying on helicopter today. He went to Peterborough. For people who don't know, Peterborough is down where shallow area where he's going up. That area, he even went on a helicopter, maybe probably dishing out dollars. We don't know. And it's hard that sometimes you feel sorry. Can you imagine the Prime Minister, after being in power for over 20 years, is begging his supporters to come back, please? And when I watch his whole demeanor, one time I felt sorry for him. I say, well, why should people, you're 79 years of age, why allow yourself to get to that stage, my goodness? And tell you, all reports, if Ralph Gonsalves wins in the history of politics in the Caribbean, if you were to win, seriously, because everything points to NDP either 9-6 or 10-5. It's going to be a hell of a night in St. Vincent tonight. And it really, you saw, in fact, a minister was thrown out of a polling station today, Carlos James, that's in the same area where Kishore Shallow is going. He was thrown out of a polling station. So a lot of developments, Dr. Funkin, in St. Vincent.
Yes, indeed. In fact, that noise, that whooshing noise you're hearing is coming out of St. Vincent. The winds of change.
Yeah.
Certainly, I'm going through. And like you said, Sibo, I'd be very surprised if Ralph Gonsalves pulls this off, based on everything that we've seen, based on his own demeanor, his posture. We saw last night where he went to give, and people were saying, "Don't let him give anything. Don't let him distribute money. Don't let him," because we've seen that behavior, and it's amazing how his behavior is so close to what happens with Roosevelt Iscariot.
Yeah.
Because that is something that happens on the eve of elections. He goes around dishing out money and so on, and the people were saying, "Don't, whatever you guys do, don't let him give out money tonight." And they would tell him, "Go home and rest. What are you doing?" He's 80 now.
You'll 79. You'll soon be 80. So really you should be home. And when you get that age, you don't know how much time you have on earth again.
Yeah.
You should really try to enjoy every minute of it. You just don't know. 79.
And then you wonder, it is clearly people from what I've seen and from what I've been hearing, it's clearly people have turned against him. And you would think that he would have just, gracefully exited. But it's not like he wants at all costs. And he's been derogatory to the Black Caribs in that part of the world.
Oia area.
Very demeaning comments that he made about that.
But he was even cursing people. There's certain videos where Rital cursing back people. I mean, that's something else.
Yes. So
let's take this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Very good.
Sibo, I would really want Uncle Ralphie to lose. You feel sorry for him crying?
Well, I don't see how he can win. I'll tell you honestly, I don't see how he can win.
It looks like it's a style they have. You remember the one a couple of years ago, Quentin much love, he loved Dominica, but he crucifying Dominica. He loved Dominica so much, he crucifying Dominica. He living off Dominica back his $74,000 for his rent plus security.
Well, you know, I don't blame him for that. I'll tell you why. I don't blame him for that. I'll tell you why. For people in Dominica to allow that to happen. If I were him, if I were him, I would have take 100,000 per month.
Yeah.
Because people in Dominica accept. When if somebody can accept rubbish like that? I mean, that's rubbish.
I told them will tell you, oh, he working hard. Like
working
they
hard.
us not working hard too. I mean, we wicked to ourselves. We don't
Listen,
love
Reginald Ostry had said, you know, that he chaired a cabinet meeting and they were prepared to rebuild the house at Mount Bruce, you know, and that was turned down.
And he said no.
So if I were here, I would take 100,000 per month because for people to sit down and accept that garbage. I mean, so.
That is real nonsense.
Yeah.
And we standing up for the young people in St. Vincent rally. But those in Dominica, they're not doing that.
They
The
don't.
young people have to rally.
Well, they must, yeah, well, people have to galvanize them to rally. Eh?
You can say that again. If you can't galvanize them to rally, they will not go and rally. You have to do that.
You have to
Because
galvanize.
when we feel we have power and authority, we don't want to give up. And Jerome, have a good night, my darling. And when I run, I don't know what happened to her.
Well, he's taking care of her. That's what I can tell you.
All right.
He's
Then.
been a millness. That's why.
Okay, then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We have another caller. Hello, good evening.
Good night, Dr. Thompson Fountain. Good night, Sebo.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
good night, good night.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
I am very happy. I go to hear some men's call tonight or tomorrow night, whatever it is. Mr. Boo Boo, Babu, Labu, Jablo. Next is you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Oh, the
Next
line.
caller. Yeah, very hot. Good evening.
Yes, Sebo, good evening.
Good
And good
evening.
evening to Dr. Fountain and whoever else is there with you. I hear Dr. Fountain. I don't hear Dr. Fountain say that Ralph Gonzalez is 79.
79.
And why should he allow that to happen to him? Why not bow out gracefully? Now, there is a saying that says power corrupts and absolute power tends to corrupt absolutely. So when those fellas get in there, they get corrupted. You bow out gracefully when your tenure was like that of Edward Oliver LeBlanc, Patrick John, Mary Eugenia Charles, and Edison James. Those people, you try to do the best for your country. The people voted against you, so you can bow out gracefully because you know you were not involved in any corruption. But those guys are so corrupt; they cannot afford to bow out. You know, we heard about the allegation that the guy from Trinidad, Anil Roberts, made. If that is true, that is just maybe the tip of the iceberg.
Well, that I can tell you put him in serious problem. That had a big effect on him. This house in Trinidad, yeah, that really put a big dent on his
Well, that and
oh yes, see, but that really mash him up. That
Mhm.
really mash him up.
also
I'm
the
saying
reports.
it's only the man.
Mhm.
The man knows. When I say the man, all of them, the prime ministers, they know what they have been involved with. More than even their cabinet. Sometimes their cabinet don't even know the kind of corruption they have been involved with. So they cannot afford to go out. Yes. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. We have more.
Yes,
Yeah. You were saying, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was saying that and the fact that his son, we are told, over $20 million.
When they say his son doesn't work at all and he's loaded with money
Over 20.
from what the report I've gotten. Good evening.
Hello, Steve. Good evening.
How are you,
Dr.
my dear?
Fountain.
How are you, my dear?
Good
Yeah.
evening.
I called back but on to ask you a question.
Yes.
Did you say a prayer for your partner? Is he sitting pretty? Dr. Shallow.
Shallow, only a miracle that can prevent him from winning. In fact, where he's going up, the guy who's going up against him was thrown out of a polling station today, Carlos James.
Oh, that's him.
That's him. Carlos James is going
yeah,
against
well,
him.
I saw some desperation in
Yeah.
that move. I saw the video.
In fact, the last
Guy-
election, Carlos James won by 7 votes. The time before, he lost by 12 votes.
Mm.
So this tonight, he probably go down here.
With that national
with the
wave,
momentum,
and
the
national
swing.
wave. Yeah.
The swing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And-
in
and the
fact,
thing is-
I was worried. I saw a former cricketer, a police was arrested to the Kenroy Martin. I mean, I know Kenroy long time from when he played on the 19. So when I saw that, I said, shit, boy, I mean, this guy is serious down there.
Yeah, no, I mean, it came very close to violence, huh?
Well, I hope
you
tonight-
saw that.
I hope tonight that
lot of
Lanchon, good
inflame.
night. I hope you're safe at your home tonight. Lanchon.
And-
So-
but I saw a video, I think of last night. Where they were using a motorcade into the territory of the
Yes,
UDP,
yes.
and they were saying, "Get out! We don't want to see you guys."
That is down in the Oria area by Abu going up that side.
Mhm.
Yeah. So really, I mean, people must know when it's time to quit. And what happened, Ralph didn't groom anybody.
Yeah.
So nobody, you don't know who is the heir apparent. And that is the problem. So when probably he goes, the whole party goes with him. So they have to restart and it will take them a long time. Another caller, good evening.
Yes, I have to call back.
Yeah, go ahead.
You say you hope that this evening there isn't any violence.
Yeah.
So I hope the armed forces are ready because they tell us, as I said, they do not want to give up. I remember when Douglas lost the first time, Denzel Douglas, the man went down to churches that is where the headquarters, and went to his office, wanted to go up to occupy his office, decided he not leaving. CARICOM had to intervene to cause the guy to leave. So I hope that doesn't happen.
And then Jill Douglas was there for what, 20 years, eh? Remember that? 20 years he was there.
Yeah.
And he felt the place was his. That's what happened. When people stay too long, nobody should stay in office for so long. Nowhere at all. Nobody should stay in office so long. Nowhere. Another thing I want to talk about, Dr. Fontaine, sometimes I wonder, and I don't tell Q95 how they must conduct their business, but you will never hear on other stations people are opposed to the government at all. And sometimes I wonder what is going on. I heard the guy who just owned the hotel this weekend. He was on. In fact, I turned off after. And I'm hearing people congratulating the guy and blah, blah, blah. No, I have no issue if a guy goes to the bank, he takes a loan, he holds a business, and he can, by all means, you have to congratulate that. But when you're in a privilege, and I want to use the word, I want people to hear what I'm saying, a privileged position. How many people in Dominica get the right to sell the state's property and use it to do something for themselves? How many people do that? So to say that, congratulating a guy, and what upset me more, I heard a former police officer from the Waldorf area, not calling anybody's name, coming and talking about the black guy. Are we in a white-dominated country, or give the black guy a chance? I'm talking about absolute power, sword power, anything. A black guy.
But let's be very clear. That is state resources.
That's what I'm saying. It's state property.
State resources. And to me, I don't see any difference there and somebody going into our treasury and taking the money and giving it to an private individual. In my mind, there is no difference between the two because these monies, and that's why we're in court now, forcing the government to put all the money, because if all the monies were going into the treasury, that would not have happened.
Yes.
You cannot take state funds and give to an individual.
Yes.
That is absolutely, so what we're saying, and people need to be very clear about that, that hotel is state property.
Of course.
There is no question about it in my mind. That is state property, and I'll leave it there.
Because for the guy to say about, we have a caller, we'll come back to that. Good evening. Hello.
Hey, good night.
Good night.
Just kidding, funny, I always listen, but I had to call. I have nothing much to say tonight. But you was mentioning you don't groom anybody, but maybe groom his son, man. Maybe groom his son privately.
Well, if you know about his son, a lot of people don't know. His son was born in the United States.
He was.
Yeah, Camila Gonzalez was born in the US, He's a Jamaican, his mom. He was born in the United States citizen.
Okay.
He was born up there.
Okay, interesting.
But I guess the opposition not forcing about, but he was born in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah. Another caller, let's take the other caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Yes.
Yeah, Sibo, and then good evening.
Man.
Sibo, his son is the Minister of Finance, right?
Yes, I know that, of course.
And twice his son tried to resign, and he wouldn't let him resign.
Well, we don't know if that is a fact. That
something I noticed also, Sibo. The population of St. Vincent is about 102,000 or something like that. And the voter list is almost the same amount. Yet nothing because I listen to nice radio in St. Vincent. And the population is, I say, but what's up a feather ready to flock? Ralph and Scary, youth they play from the same playbook. And that is Hartley Henry, who is the kingmaker, setting them up with the same strategy. Give people money. But one thing in St. Vincent, I don't know the foreign vote, how effective facilities down there.
I'm not sure if that will make any difference
I
this time.
don't think they're bringing any.
No, yesterday two plane loads came in. Yesterday for sure. 2 plane loads came in, yeah, for sure.
First world nation. Rather them to corrupt man, see and that's why they cannot go. Scarrett cannot go. You know how many times Scarrett say he go in his laptop and he cannot live? Why you believe that the problem we have
power these
in
guys
Dominica? I hear people talking about leadership in Europe. The problem we have in Dominica, and I said that years ago, our population in Dominica is not politically mature. You cannot vote people for the eyes they're looking. Understand, Sibo?
Yeah, yeah.
You have to vote people that competent, people that can do the job, people that trustworthy, that honest, that can bring good governance. That is what politics. But that nasty thing that going on with Scarrett, them, Nia Motley, Ralph Gonsalves, all of them is the same thing, the same bullshit. Because back in Trinidad, 2 nights ago here in St. Vincent, I don't know what's going to happen in St. Lucia, but...
Well, I don't expect the government to lose in St. Lucia. Yeah, I don't expect the government in St. Lucia to lose, honestly. Yeah, but going back to this thing, and that's what I'm saying.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, thank you. People talking about, I'm hearing a guy, a black man. You swear we in England, and you have a hotel of white people there, and a person talking that foolishness. Privilege, when a man has a privilege, it's a privilege. He has, because how many people will get the chance to get passports to sell?
No, look at the difference. Under the United Workers' Party government, persons were given loans from the CBI program to build hotels, Pestina, San Rafael, but on the understanding that those loans would be repaid,
right?
Completely different from taking the money, giving the man, and even having him walk away with a developer's fee.
Oh, almost what?
12 million.
12 million. And you hear, but not only that, you hear the man even boasting, they have 99.something%. That is the state's property, the passport, in the property of the state, Garaway Hotel. Nobody had them. They were even ridiculing them, saying that they couldn't buy a gallon of paint. Yeah. And then you have man coming and talking about a black man and we must encourage him, the state's property, and talking garbage like that, man. Powell shot. Yeah.
All right.
Good evening. We lost that caller. Yeah. And people need to stop this nonsense, man. So, as I say, a man goes to the bank, he takes his loan, he opens his business. Oh, we have to applaud that. But it cannot be for people to think that a man can use the state's property. And what is even worse, you're a civil servant, I understand. And how on earth can that happen? What is going on in this place? Good evening, caller.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Let me break down my radio. Yes. Good evening, gentlemen. Yeah. I'm listening. I'm interested. I hang my boots because this is the boots in the air. I used to be the boots on the ground.
So you moved to the air now, my word.
I know I hang my boots.
Oh, you hang your boots. Okay.
But I hang the boots in the air. My boots dry and clean. And I want when the Dominican people ready to dirty their foot, for me to put my boots, or I can borrow it to them and put my foot in the mud for us to go out of where it is.
Okay.
But you guys, you touch me, so I must talk. I must speak like the Calypsonians say. 99.9% of a business and investment, that the money was not money you had in a bank, and you made whatever the investment is, and today you're talking about your money. You're talking about funds that was raised by the sale of Dominican passports. You had a plan, and out of your plan, you finance your project. Who is the owner of the money that is given to you? You have nothing to pay back? You don't own nothing? I find that is ridiculous. So when I hear you guys stand on that, I am supporting because I made it clear already. But I have an issue I would like you guys to really take on, because, we have an interest growing up as a boy, I know that there was schooners coming from overseas with turtles, sea turtles, and they used to put them in Cadenfield, where Paris William is. And we had the slaughterhouse where the market is now. And turtles used to be slaughtered there, and people used to buy turtle meat. And it was the government that used to run it because, or some kind of private sector that used to run it. But we were getting that out of Venezuela, out of Rock Island, or whatever the name of the place.
Bird Island.
Bird Island.
Bird Island.
Right. Now, this is because this part of the world, we have a right there. Recently, our rights have been transferred. But there are some legal documents that say whatever coming from there, we have the right to it. And there is 20%, as I understand, of oil that the world will need there. Today, President Trump is making an effort to remove a government that 3 times successfully the people have elected another government and the government don't move. Just like we see happening in our region now. That is that's the norm. So I am asking if we Dominicans are just going to stay quiet, or are we going to meet with the U.S. government and let them know this piece of property, we have a right here. We have an interest there, and we would like you to protect our interests on our behalf so that Dominica can have a right to what is theirs. Even after boots on the ground and boots in the air is gone, the children to come will be able to benefit it. So guys, your discussion have a lot of potential. I don't want to take too much time because I take a lot of
Thank you.
Burning, and we have more things to talk about because we need to come out from where we are here. Thank God and thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
We have another caller. That's now we have to wind that section. Good evening.
Right, I just back on that topic again you brought up. See, but when I heard that on the man said he had 99.9% because I put the question to him as when he spoke about it. And people calling and say, San Rafael, what is this complexion?
Honest, as I said, we're not in England or America for somebody to talk in rubbish about black people. It's black people that live in Dominica. So
Excepting that, the one at Portsmouth in the north. What they call in there?
Which one? The Moroccan Hotel?
No, the other one.
Kempinski.
We think about that so much. We hung on that so much. With the amount of money that was given to 2 people before the project was even been completed. And for people to be singing, Uncle Black boy, give him a break. Well, them same kind of people, when they're going on all boards they have, and they're refusing to come out on them boards because of what they're getting from them boards. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's nonsense. What the win was? Win was chasing 230 to beat Jamaica to have a chance to qualify for the final of the 50 over.
27 without loss after 6 overs.
6 overs. So they need to score 230 odd runs to qualify for the final on Saturday. A competition that has been affected by rain. So I think Pascal and Jeremiah should be at the crease now. Yeah. So Win was chasing that. Yeah, so I just feel it cannot be that in a country where people can use the state's property, and as I say, privilege, only a few people that will have that privilege. Because it cannot be that anybody can just go and apply and they say you get 100 passports or 200 per cell and build a hotel, and you say about it 99 belongs to somebody, and the person who works with government. Where on earth that can happen? And you have people talking nonsense about black man own this and give him a chance. How can you applaud that, man? Man, give me a break, guys. So we'll take our first break, Dr. Fontaine.
Well. Let me just tell you, the very first votes in.
Yes,
is very early. But that's in Canoan.
Canoan, that is in the Grenadines.
Right.
So you expect the NDP to be leading there.
And yes. Okay. All right. Canoan, registered voters 464, 279 votes. Chevron Stewart of the United Labour Party 78.
Right.
Olivier 200.
Yeah, well, you expect that in Canoan.
So that's
and you haven't even gone to Beckway yet, where Dr. Friday is in the Grenadines. Dr. Friday. is in the other city. There's two
So,
cities in
yeah,
the Grenadines.
that's in the southern Grenadines.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Two of them. Beckway is the next, the incoming probably prime minister.
So basically, it means that they won a seat. Kanuan.
Both seats they will win
Okay.
both. Yeah, the both NDP will win both seats. Yeah, both seats.
So that's the first. That's
Yeah,
the
let's
first.
take this call.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Listen,
Radio and hello.
Hello. Yeah, good evening.
Mr. Maynard, you calling when we just. Anyway, make your point quickly. We're just going to take the first ad break.
Just tune in. So I think I heard you speaking in reference to the St. Vincent
Elections, yeah.
election. Yeah.
Well, at
All
some
right,
point tonight, I'll be having somebody will be calling us to give us the latest sometime after about 7:30. So maybe you can call back around that time. Because we're going to take the first ad break now. Around that time. We have a guy calling. We'll have him on live, so he'll be giving us some of the results as they come in. Yeah, about 7:30.
Okay.
All right then. Take care.
Okay.
All right then. Let's take our first break now. Yeah.
Where in Roseau, Kima Hadis, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford. All chicken parts available that you can afford. Fresh breast. And you know breast is the best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love Risapul, AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks. It's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always ready.
The economic fabric Dominica revolves at AC Shillingford and Company. For timeless, trusted, dependable, comprehensive insurance coverage, it has to be New India Insurance. Need anything overseas? Shopbox Dominica Isle of Freight is your advance on-time delivery right to your doorstep. For super savings on all your groceries, come to ACS Super Shopping Center for laundry, groceries, cooking, beverages, and event supplies on King Jonathan Street. ACS 7-Eleven on High Street supplying your everyday essentials. Fill up your vehicle gas tanks, get your cooking gas, and top-ups of all kinds. Or go to 7-Eleven Portersville, where the best-kept secret is conveniently located upstairs in the confidential escape or staycation self-contained accommodations at the Porter's Place. AC Shillingford, where you spend less and get more. Dominica, it's game time. On or off the field, every goal, corner kick, every penalty, from cricket to football to netball to basketball. Del Natchez is Dominica's #1 and only all-star sports, all gear, all uniform, all access sports center. Get all your team and individual all sportswear, accessories, comfort apparel. Del Natchez got it all. From Nike to Lacoste to Puma, Adidas, Psycho Bunny, Levi's, football boots in all sizes, hoses, shin guards, goalkeeper gloves, sneakers for running, jogging, walking, climbing, hiking, or tracking, softball, cricket ball, sports gear and wear. Your sports dominance begins at Del Natchez. Oubliez jouer, sway, sauter, marcher, et driver. Track pants, top shorts, sports bras. In all neutral or Harrison's Cotton Sports Fabrics. Only at Del Natchez. Proud sponsor the Sports Wrap. Interactive sports review, results, analysis, predictions, and sports commentaries. Arcade George 5th Street, lower down from AC Shillingford Shopping Center.
When you want the leg, you do shop at SDA. Better than the rest, go shop at SDA. And the husband for the shop at SDA. You get more for life SDA. Shop at SDA. Shop at SDA. Yeah, shop at SDA. Shop at SDA. Shop at SDA. Yes, family, customer friendly. With free locations, it's so convenient. And our prices there. Madam, that's where you belong. Oh, tell your mama, tell your papa, shop at SDA. Tell your son and your daughter, shop at SCN. Auntie, and cousin, friend, open power, all of them. My grandma, open neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, side. What? Shop at SCN. Shop at SCN. Shop at SCN. Shop at SCN. Check us out at Pottersville, High Street, and downtown Rose.
Some laundry detergents may miss the mark when it comes to adding softness to your loads. But fortunately, in Dominica, we've got Ensueno fabric softener. Ensueno is the conditioner of laundry care, making your clothes feel butterfly soft. Discover Ensueno fabric softener. Long-lasting, nature-inspired fragrances protect your fabrics. Revitalize your laundry with the refreshing scent of spring fresh Ensueno fabric softener. Makes your clothes fluffy, alive, and vibrant. Love all over Dominica. Local agents, AC Shilling Company. Available all supermarkets, your favorite friendly neighborhood outlet or shop. Use Ensueno.
Looking for a quiet, relaxing place to stay? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Leaving the office late and need somewhere close to town? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Have business clients coming in and need accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Looking for group accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Located at 37 Goodwill Road in Portersville, upstairs ACS Supermarket. Enjoy our semi-self-contained rooms with private washroom, bathroom, Wi-Fi, air condition, cable network, mini refrigerator, all in a non-smoking environment. Call or WhatsApp at 1767-275-1899 or email us at info@portersplaceguesthouse.com to make your reservations. Porter's Place, your home away from home. Fit for a king, a queen, and all their royal subjects.
Dominica, it's game time. On or off the field, every goal, corner kick, every penalty, from cricket to football to netball to basketball. Del Natchez is Dominica's #1 and only all-star sports all gear, all uniform, all access sports center. Get all your team and individual all sportswear, accessories, and fitness comfort apparel. Del Natchez got it all. From Nike to Lacoste to Puma, Adidas, Psycho Bunny, Levi's, football boots in all sizes, hoses, shin guards, goalkeeper gloves, sneakers for running, jogging, walking, climbing, hiking, or tracking, softball, cricket ball, sports trophies, and all sports gear and wear. Your dominance begins at Del Natchez. Oubliez jouer, sway, sauter, marcher, éventuer, track pants, top bras, in all neutral or delicate fluorescent colored sports fabrics. Only at Del Natchez. The Sports Wrap, interactive sports review, results, analysis, predictions, and Natchez Arcade, George 5th Street, lower down. A station for shopping center.
Back, and we always have to thank our sponsors, ACS and Del Natchez. ACS have been with us for a long, long time. The owner of ACS passed recently, they sponsor Sports Wrap. Del Natchez, the new kid on the block. We also have to thank Tropita, always providing us with water. Del Natchez Sports Club, the best in sneakers and t-shirts. You can't miss them between ACS and Jolly. You can't miss that. So always. And the latest information we have is that to have won his seat already in St. Vincent. I'll give you the points, the votes in a while, but he seemed to have won that seat already. So that's one, apparently, Labour in Northly was down in the area of where Dr. Shaldo has gone up against Carlos James. So we will keep you posted soon. I will have the votes. So I will soon give it to you. But in studio with us, we have the president of the Football Association, who's going to be with us for more than half an hour to talk about football. Football is almost finished for the year, and we need him to tell the listeners what is happening in football. Mr. Man.
Good night, Lockett, and good night, Dr. Fountain, for having me here.
Yes.
And it's always nice to have you. You're always willing to come and tell listeners, which is very good. Sometimes some of associations, we have to beg the leaders to. Thank you very much for joining. Glenn, the first thing I would have to say, the season is almost over. President's Cup for the first division.
Division 1.
Right.
And under 15 also.
Right. On a scale of 1 to 10, tell us football season, what has happened so far this year?
Well, this year, the football season have been average. And an average rating would be about 5 on a scale of 10.
Wow. But that's not very good, eh? 5 out of 10.
Well, I'm giving my genuine...
No, I'm not. You've been honest. Yeah.
Opinion.
You've been honest. Yeah.
On this, And that has a lot to do with the performance. Because the performance of the players is what determines your standard of your league. And if the performance of the players is not to expectation, obviously the standard of your league will be not to expectation.
What do you think is the problem where the standard is not the best? What do you think is the problem?
Well, I have said that before on this program, and I'll say it again. Why the standard of our league is not the best comes back to the clubs. The players comes from the club. All the players are from the club. What the FA does is we put the icing on the cake by selecting national teams to represent Dominica. And we'll continue doing that by giving opportunities to persons to represent their country. And that's the responsibility of the DFA or any association, a matter of fact. So we participate in most of the leagues that CONCACAF and FIFA is organizing because we believe that you have to expose players with other players that is maybe better than them, the same power, whatever. But I'll come back to the point about the club because I played football and I understand sports. I believe I'm one of the person that understands sports. So hence I can talk about the sports. In the past, where guys train 24/7. When I mean there was no lights, but persons regularly at the playing field doing their training. I'm talking both cricket and football. So they make these errors and they would better these errors because it's by your errors then you can better your craft. Yeah, we have understood that sports have evolved in terms of the whole aspect of sports, the different nature of sports. And one of the different nature of sports is where an important aspect is the aspects. We had no coaches, or I shouldn't say we had no coaches. We had no coaches that we believe or that was not qualified. When I mean qualified, with the
in the teams, in Division 1, the Premier League team.
The Premier League, I'm talking when I played, but the coaches were capable. But, when I talking about qualification like B license, we have done that at the FA. We have certified coaches where none of the coaches have to pay any money. And I think I mentioned before, because the DFA over 50,000 coaches certified, right? And we believe that to get players to develop, then you have to have coaches that understand the game. We did that, Hence, these coaches should go back to the players and develop a cadre of good players. It cannot be where a player is coming into a training once a week or twice a week. No, that kind of work. Because you're playing against opponents that is doing their training the way it should be. I mean, even other programs, I heard the national team in the recent CONCACAF series saying how both St. Martin Dutch and French can be.
Come back to that. I want to come to that because I did say to him that no way that should happen. But we'll come to that. Yeah, we have to come to with that because let's start with local league. But then how are we going to fix that there? The local league, how is the FA going to fix that?
Well, because our obligation and our duty to continue giving the clubs that the tools that they deserve. Giving the clubs the tools that they deserve to elevate their players. And as we speak now, and football off and on the field of play. It's not just on the field of play. As we speak now, in the next coming weeks, we are going to develop off the field of play where every club in Dominica will receive a computer, a laptop with a projector that they now can decide whoever they pass on to, whoever they pass it to, somebody responsible in their club. Because sometimes you have to go back to past games, you have to do things online. So all this helps football. Football is not the days when maybe just on the playing field. It's more than that now.
Well, if you notice in cricket now, they have analysts, right?
Exactly.
They have analysts in cricket now.
So it's just like football. You have to have the analysts to watch at your game.
So do you all have that in local league? Do the clubs have local analysts?
Well, we have analysts, but now we are giving them laptops in the next 2 weeks or 3
Right,
weeks.
each club.
Every single club in this.
So they would have to get an analyst then, train
Well,
somebody.
they will train somebody that
Right.
can help them in whatever forms they want. Because even their registration will be online in terms of the FIFA Connect system. That
Right.
There is no registration by hand. So hence we see the reason that we need to equip them.
Okay.
In terms of getting them a laptop and so on. But let's go back to the club.
Right.
In the sense that, like I said, the club is the organization that is responsible for the development of the players. Yes, the FA will have to do some of it, but the club has to do this. Without the club getting involved in the development of the players, then it's going to be a difficult task for any association, whether it's under my presidency or any other person's presidency. We're not going to give up. We will continue that task. If you notice, our under-17 girls a few months ago, they were run-ups of the CFU champs because we had where we brought them together over a period of time. But that's costing. We cannot continue that. The only funds the FA gets is from FIFA. No other funding.
Because you don't collect money up
We
at
don't
the
collect
farm.
money.
Yeah, you don't
And
collect.
that is very expensive because you have to take those young ladies at the time from their home to the training grounds and back. So it was very expensive. So we couldn't continue that. What we have gone a notch further, we have decided, okay, we've not get rid of the regional training centers. We went now and decided that we are going higher, where we now has an elite academy. We have just done a few scrimmages where we've selected the best of the best. And I heard somebody saying last night on some of the other radio program that the DFA should be looking at other countries to do that. But we have done that before other countries.
So let me ask you, where is that going to be? The elite academy at
the Stockholm Center,
right?
Where we will have, and we before that was materialized, we had a few sessions, different areas where we identified, the cream of the crop. All right, we're hoping that we did not leave out anybody, but in the event that we leave out somebody, that doesn't mean that the person cannot join the group, where we're going to have boys and girls, a cadre of 50 people, regular training. We're going to have a period of time because we realized training centers was expensive, but we didn't want to shelve this. We put it in a more, if you want to see it, a higher profile way with an elite academy.
But let me ask you though, Jubla have dominated our local league. Is it that they are way above the others, or the quality of the football is just poor that they can just dominate the local league?
Well, when you're a customer winning, you have that zeal, that momentum win. I even heard the Dubla coach in an interview said that this year was maybe not the best year. But
I had the captain, I think that said that. The captain.
Well, I said maybe the captain.
Yeah.
But you have
Brian,
you have to understand they are playing another team that maybe not doing the kind of training that Dublin would have done. Because some of our teams hardly train. And you can't play sports if you're not training regular. I mean, for you to perform, for you to score goals, you have to train in any sport. And you can see that we are not doing what we have to do in terms of training.
I want to piggyback on that because that's a very good point about the training. As you guys are aware, I'm part of the Southeast club on the club management so on. And that's the biggest problem we have for the training.
That guy's not going to train.
Guys not going to come to train. Even when you provide transportation, sometimes, the zeal to train is not there. And I think that is what is contributing a lot to the quality of play that we see. Guys may have the natural talent, but not being able to train consistently with your team.
Exactly.
That's a problem.
And like I said, training is important. I mean, one might even say about even knowing your player, because it's by training you would know the speed of your player, his weakness, his strength, and whatever. I mean, I'm not here to beat my own chest. When I play football, right, Mike George, these guys came from Harlem. By just watching Harlem game, I know their strength and their weakness. So when they come to the national training, I am going to play with Mike's every game, But because I watch a Harlem game and I watch a Sins game, Edward Francis, this guy, I know their strength and I know their weakness. I knew Kokoshu's strength. So you know where you would pass that ball to Kokoshu and where not to pass that ball to Kokoshu. But you're getting that from guys, they just playing the game, but they don't know the strength and the weakness of their players. And if you don't know the weakness and the strength of your player, it's going to be difficult. Even the overseas players, you might have overseas players, but if they don't understand you, they're not going to mesh with you. So it's a whole holistic approach to.
But let me ask you, how many teams are in the Premier League?
10 teams in the Premier League.
So is it mandatory that you have 10 teams, or if you want quality, wouldn't it be better to cut down on the amount of teams and have a better league, because having many teams, sometimes you have substandard football. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, yes and no, but 10 teams I think is adequate, because then you have to play 90 games to receive money from FIFA. So
Yeah?
The number of games. So it gives you a balance where. So I don't think 10 teams.
No, I'm not asking.
I don't think 10 teams is too much. What we haven't gone further is where we realize, okay, and that's been up. We had the President Cup before, where both the Division 1 and the Premiers were playing together. We have taken it out of in the hands of, okay, that you might meet a Premier team in Division 1 to the point where you bring up. So we have the President Cup Division 1 and we have the Premier Division 1. So hence the reason that Dubla, and let me congratulate them for winning the President Cup.
Yeah, you have to.
They were the champions.
And the local league as well.
And the local league. So here now, they were the champions. So now we have the Division 1 President Cup taking place. I think last night we had a game with Fokolo playing somebody. The game was about 5-1.
Well, Dubla is fortunate in that they have a good field right there, and it's right in the village. Guys can just cross the river and go practice. So they're fortunate in that regard.
Yes, but there's other teams with playing field, and you're not getting what they expect from them.
Yeah, Glenn, I wanted to raise the issue of pipeline, because I think part of the problem that we are seeing is that we do not have, like before, during the time of these great players, you had a kind of a pipeline, because you had very competitive games at the high school level, even at the primary schools. Is that one of the challenges that we are seeing, that by the time guys come out, they don't have it, and also how much of the academies have taken up some of that slack? Because if you don't have it coming through the school system, are the academies picking up some of that slack? And that is one of the reasons why we have some of the issues.
Maybe you read it from my mind, you take it from my mind. I was just about to mention that. I can talk for the grammar school. That was a nursery. At the grammar school, you had the not clubs, or we had at grammar school. You know,
houses.
The houses.
You had houses.
Playing competition and competitive competition.
Well, let me just pick up in one. That's how I got picked on the Dominica team, by playing house cricket, and they saw me, and then I got selected on this. Yeah, by house cricket. Yeah.
And the competition at the grammar school was not a low-key competition.
No,
competitive competition. Dupini, Dobini, and BJ, Skinner, and the whole perimeter of the ground would be packed with people. So hence, and not just come in and play a game before you could get to Dupini or Dobini. You have to come and train in the afternoon.
Well, listen, and in fact, even the house thing was very important. If you had to miss a game, you had to get a letter from your parents, if you didn't come to play, because you would get in the black book or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you didn't play.
So you're making a good point. So we have lost all these things, and that's something maybe the sports division, the school needs to revisit, because it's not just about academics alone, it's academics and sports. One cannot tell me that, listen, because I'm a product of grammar school and all the your guys, that okay.
Well, I'm grammar school too, Glenn. He's academic. He's academic, not me.
The point I'm making is where, okay, you're academics and you can't play sports.
No, but he was a teacher and everything. He will tell you if you give him an award, you want a more rounded student, somebody who would excel in sports and academics, than a man who does go cramming, pass, you get 90%, and then you want well-rounded students. So you want people to play.
And the athletics part enhances your cricket or football, because most of the schools had the section for athletic, and most of the footballers were athletes, or most of the people were athletes.
Exactly.
So that enhanced. So then now we, as the FA, as a country, that how do we balance these things? And that's where the sports division comes in. That's where everybody comes in. Even the primary school comes in, because now the sport starts much lower at 10, and 9, and that's where it's primary
But
school.
do you have enough academies? Because I know, like in the States, if you take your child by the age of 8, it's already too late because you're starting at 5, 6.
Yeah, true.
Where do you? I mean, in terms of the academies that we currently have, what are the ages do they take the kids, and is that sufficient? Because it would seem to me that if you don't have the school pipeline, at least if you have some good academies where kids can go on the weekends and so on the afternoons and be involved in those academies, and probably that is one way to go.
Well, yeah, and we have the FA have come down to this. We have structured the academies where we are taking some responsibility of them. If you notice, just in the week that we enrolled 2 more academies, so we try to get all the clubs or the communities, because academy should be clubs, it can be communities, to come on board and build an academy. I know Trafalgar is having their session this week where they're going to have an academy session, and then from that, the DFA will accredit them, and they will be like members of the FA, and we help them in whatever.
You funding, you give them some funding?
We give them funding, we give them everything.
So at what ages do they start with the kids?
Basically, academy should start at the earliest age. By 7 years, somebody should be in academy. You can have them younger than that, but you want somebody to be involved in understanding the game, the basics part of the game. By the time you're into 13 years, I mean, you can't teach somebody the basics of any sport. We are lost in whatever we are lost in.
13, I was playing for now, we got 15.
Yes, exactly.
So 13 is
exactly.
So it's a lot of work, but at the same time, we can do the work if we put our minds to it.
Right. So, Glenn, let's get to this thing about, last week, as I said to the coach, that we shouldn't be losing to St. Martin. Let us be real. Our football is in a bad state. I'm going to say it straight and blunt. I'm going to be blunt. Our football is in a poor state. It look like people just going through the motions. When we go overseas, it look like men just go liming because we're not beating anybody. What have you all sat down? Because what I know happens in cricket, that you have a debriefing when people come back, the manager, the coach. As manager of Winners, I know that happened where we have debriefing. Do you all sit down after a team comes back, sit down with the management of the team and have a discussion and see how we can solve the problem? Dr. Funk, before you answer, what's the score? Windward Island
51 for 2 of 12. They're struggling.
They're struggling, yeah. 51 for 2 and 12 of us. Chasing 2 for the yard. Yes, Glenn, yes. So let's hear you.
We normally get a report from both the coach and the manager.
Right.
And they would give recommendations. Maybe not all the recommendations we can take on board. And we've been in that for years, that the managers give different recommendations, training, length of time and whatever in terms of training. But like I said, it comes back to the player. If I'm on a national team, the coach ain't going to tell me to go and run on my own. I have to do that. There's certain things that a player has to do. So we normally have a debriefing to see where we go wrong. Yes, I heard some and just mentioned that we shouldn't lose to St. Martin. But we have to understand the same way the football have changed here. It have changed.
It's evolved. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
So the St. Martin player, both Dutch and French, is no longer maybe residing in St. Martin. A lot of these players come from France or come from the Dutch colony.
Right.
So a lot of these players now are not national.
They don't live in St. Martin. They only come when the national team play.
They only come when the national team play. And not just St. Martin, Dutch and French. The BVI, Montserrat, all these countries. Most of the players now are outside players.
Well, bring me to the point, as I said to the coach last week, Curacao have qualified for the World Cup, the smallest nation ever. Only one player was born in Curacao. Everybody has come from Holland and everywhere. Is the association, the FA, going to try and go that route where you bring in a lot of players from outside of Dominica? Because apparently, those we have locally, those seem to be doing the job.
Well, I'll be blunt here. I'm one of the person at the FA that have tried to expose our local players. I'll tell you. A lot of persons have not agreed with me on that, in the sense that they figure it's time to bring 12 players from outside or 14. I am still the one of the person, I might be wrong or right, I don't know, that figure that, no, I think we need to give opportunities to our local persons. Why? Because we have a league here to select players to represent Dominica.
But are they good enough, those locally, to when you go outside in competitive football, to do the job for Dominica?
Well, it's not good enough. And it comes back to, if you want to say, we are not doing what we are the work. So hence the reason that we look like we're not good enough. But if we put the work, we'll be good enough. So it's up to the association, it's up to the executive to decide what trend that we want to go.
I think we have a caller. Hold on, let's see. Good evening. We are getting a feedback. We lost the caller. Maybe they'll call back. Yeah, go ahead again.
Yeah, so what I'm saying that I have been one of the person advocating that we need a balance in the sense that, and I think we have some policies at the FA that it's X amount of overseas players that the coach can bring into the squad, just to give the local players an opportunity to participate in this competition.
Let's take the caller. Good evening.
Sibo,
yes,
I heard the gentleman said that this thing about overseas players, some of the people are not in favor of that. As I say, I'm not a footballer, I just listen and I'm giving my views. If they don't want to go, you leave them behind. We're in a new era. People have to accept change. What's that at all? Good evening.
Right, Glenn, you heard the caller.
Yeah,
your response.
We understand that. But are you saying we should have a total team of everybody living outside of Dominica?
Well, she want your response. Well, I'm not, like I said, Curacao only had one person that was born. They're now going to the World Cup. So now you know what a big thing to get to the World Cup.
Yes.
I mean, you know how much this country is going to benefit from that, and Curacao football will benefit from that. So something has to be done because first of all, you said that earlier on, your first statement that on a scale of 1 to 10, you would give the locality 5 out of 10. So obviously, our football is not in a good state, and we have to accept it. So you might have to bite the bullet and do something. Let's take this caller. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, don't listen to your radio, please. Hello. Hello?
Okay, let's try this.
Let's take the next caller.
Hello, Sibo.
Yes.
I'm not saying everybody must come from overseas, you know.
No, go ahead, make your point. Go ahead.
Get a few. You can get a few like the other countries. I mean, we're in a different age, in a different era. People have to learn to accept change. So we'll stay behind all the time like that then. I don't mean to but get a few players, man, from overseas to help us. Thank you.
Glenn, you'll answer after. Let's take the other caller. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. What I have to say about that football, I would like to know, when I hear people saying about bring overseas players, but they only have 1 or 2 overseas players that are not so for me, right? And our local footballers, they have one thing, just that they maybe need a little more training. And what I realized, when the national team going out, I got the president sitting there. When the national team going out, even though it's 2 or 3 months, this guy's supposed to be in camp and not to get up in the morning and go on the construction and come back tired. So they cannot have time for training, right? And another thing I want to ask the president, Lacho, the
first coach in Trinidad.
The Trinidad guy. I want to know why or did he renew his contract? Thank you.
Right, Glenn, you heard the callers, so your response?
Well, the first caller was talking about a few players. We have a few players on from overseas on the team. We have about 4 players. So, Lacho, in terms of contract, the recent games after that we played, the team did not do well, or not do well, but we lost the games. So hence, it's not we that did not renew Lacho contract, that he gave up on his own. So it's not what DFA did not renew his contract. I must say also that, the person brought up Lacho, I think he helped us a lot in terms of where he brought some of the players in terms of their potentials. He actually nurtured some of the players and brought them to some of their potential.
The coach last week said that his contract was up to November. So is it fair to say that now, currently Dominica does not have a national coach? Right. What is the process, national coach, so that the next time Dominica's play, because I think you're playing in March, right?
Playing March in the next
So would we have a national coach appointed before March?
We should have a national coach before March.
Which route are you all going in terms of the national coach?
Well, we have a number of applications. We are now streamlining them in terms of not maybe the best person, but at the same time, it's an expensive.
Are you going to shortlist certain people?
We have to.
So who is doing that shortlisting?
We have somebody at the FA working on this.
Working on shortlist for you?
Working on shortlisting
the local FA?
Yeah.
So you're going to shortlist to how many?
Well, we look at the numbers because we got a lot of applications. So it's too early now to say how much you're going to shortlist it to because we had over 300 applications of persons. But at the same time, football being the big business it is, that we have to weigh the situation of the remuneration for the coach. It's going to be very expensive if we go for a high-level coach or whatever the grades are. So the FA have to decide how much we can compensate the coach.
Whoever is the coach.
Whoever is the coach and the coach that we are willing to hire. So it's going to be very expensive venture, but at the same time, we need somebody that is going to, if you want to say, elevate our football.
But do you all have in mind the kind of coach you want? What kind of coach you want? Because, you know, it's only recently, Steve McLaren, Jamaica appointed him as the coach, and he never stayed in Jamaica. He only came when they had international matches. He didn't stay in Jamaica at all, you know, the Englishman, Steve McLaren. And when he resigned in night, they didn't qualify automatically. But I don't understand how they allowed a contract like that. The guy was living in England. He hardly watched local football. And he would only come down to Jamaica when there are international matches.
Yeah, because again, Jamaica might be relying on overseas players, which forms then 100% or 90% of the team. If you go back to the team.
Yeah, I know most of them
overseas
play in the States or in England.
And like I told you in the early discussion, that you don't have to play with a player all the time to know his potential. By watching him play, you know his strength and his weakness. So this guy would maybe come in just for a weekend before and put the scrimmage together, and then you get the performance of the player. It might be more difficult for us because we now having mixed players with local and overseas based. If you have total overseas players, obviously it will be the same thing because they'll only come in when it's game time. So it's going to be it's going to be the same thing like what Jamaica is doing. So we have to decide what we actually want because there's no way we're going to have 13 overseas players coming to Dominica and stay in Dominica for a month or two before a competition. They are going to come about 3-4 days before just to climatize or to get accustomed to the players and play the game. So it's different coaching abilities, but he understands his players. We're hoping that we can get a coach that can understand our players in that manner also, because it's about playing the right persons together to mesh together.
But if you get a foreign coach, the coach will be based here.
Yeah, we want a coach that can stay because we don't want a coach just to help us with our national team.
You're right.
We want a coach also that can help us in developing our coaches on island, our youth programs, help elevate our football.
But let me ask you, don't you think it was an error? It was an error not to have Mr. Hurd involved in the national. I know he has a specific assignment, but not to have him assign with the national team.
No, well, he came on a specific assignment.
I know that, right?
He came in as a talent coach from FIFA. Okay, we were one of the countries that was fortunate to have this coach very early. So hence, it would be difficult for him to he can assist, he can give guidance, but to come and take over the national team, he'll be breaking, I believe, his regulation at FIFA.
And his contract.
And his contract.
Okay. Because I was wondering if you have such somebody with all that information, you'd want to use him.
Yes.
You will.
Well, I can remember some of the programs, somebody said, why don't he leave his talent coach and apply for it? He can do that, but then we'll have to get another talent coach.
Exactly.
Or he could apply to be national coach?
Yeah, he could apply. Okay.
Yeah.
It's an
open thing. Yeah. Glenn, let's talk a little bit about the women team. They're now in St. Lucia. And is that, do you have any overseas women players? I know before you had some players, the Finn sisters, the Bertrands, and so on. Do you have any of those?
Yeah, we have overseas players. We have about 3 of them.
Okay. But what happened to strength, Dr. Funk, the Bertrand sisters? What has happened to them?
No, they couldn't make it this time around.
So they couldn't make it?
No, we asked them, but they couldn't make it. I mean, if some person have work commitments or other commitment, they couldn't make it this time around.
So, which competition are they involved in now?
That is the CONCACAF
qualifiers
for World Cup qualify
for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And then which group are they playing up against?
We
What
playing
group?
on Saturday against Jamaica, which is a very tough team.
But Jamaica, the reggae girls, that's a strong team. But why is the match being played in St. Lucia?
Well, the match is played in St. Lucia. You know, we just came from Creole Festival, and it'll be difficult because you have to give CONCACAF and FIFA enough notice of your preparation of your.
So that would have been a home match for Dominica?
That was Dominica home match.
So why can't they use the field up?
At Stock Farm, the
Farm.
field is okay, but the covering and the other aspect of it.
It's not.
And it's costing us a chunk of money to go to St. Lucia.
Well, of course.
Yes, because I didn't realize that was Dominica's home game.
That's Dominica.
Wow.
Oh.
So we could not have gotten the pack after
Who's the
2
pack?
months when the pack October, November was 1 month.
Yeah, but
really,
then
one
you
month.
have to understand you have to give
Is 1 month.
CONCACAF and FIFA their wording before X time.
Yes.
How are we going to know whether the pack will be ready or
Yeah.
not? So it's difficult. I mean, they cannot depend on saying that the pack is going to be ready by X time when all the logistics have to be taking place.
Wow.
Send you all kinds the referees, the match commissioners to very the
So
location.
it puts our girls at a disadvantage because they're not playing before the home crowd.
Yeah,
I mean,
even
that is-
one of the foreign based, their mom and dad is from Petit Soufrière, and they told me they came to Dominica hoping that the game was in Dominica. Now they had to fly to St. Lucia to watch their daughter play.
Also, they came down from two.
They came to watch their daughter play.
Wow.
But the grandmom of the young girl would rather be in Dominica, so she'd have watched her young her granddaughter play.
Yes.
So instead of going to St. Lucia.
Yeah, no,
In fact, I just ran into the guy yesterday by the bank, and he was some evening guy.
It makes a difference, you
It
know.
makes a difference.
When
It
you
makes a
throw
big
it.
difference.
Yeah. So we're up against Jamaica. That's a tough
Yeah,
feat
because
right there.
Jamaica, these guys have qualified for the World Cup. The reggae girls have been. Yeah.
And I watched the squad that they selected. A lot of foreign based players.
Yeah, well, you know the one that played for Manchester City. What's her name?
Yeah, and she's a goal scorer.
Yeah, she's a top goal scorer. I don't forget the name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
And I suspect they will not say, well, they play in Dominica. They will, they'll ease up.
No.
They're
It's a World Cup qualifying
They're going to
game.
come
They're gonna
full
come for us.
that. So we have to, and that game takes place on Saturday.
On
Saturday. This Saturday.
What time?
At 3 p.m.
At 3.
3 p.m. at Darren Summit Stadium?
At Darren Summit Stadium.
So will it be on television?
Yes, it should be live, carried by CONCACAF.
CONCACAF. Okay, so it should be on one of
Okay,
the
so it will be
Rush
on
Sports,
the-
one of the Rush
Yeah.
channels.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we get a chance to
we
see
get a
that.
chance. Now, Glenn, the association.
So can
Go
I
ahead,
just
go
go
ahead,
for
of course, Dr. Bowman.
one last question
Yeah,
linked to
go ahead.
that? Any of the girls who excelled in the under 17 are part of this team, or is it completely different?
No. Well, there was girls previously on the under 17.
But I'm talking about the girls who excelled
I'm
recently
not
in
too
this
sure. I'm not
competition.
too sure.
Okay.
Okay, the association currently doesn't have a general secretary.
No.
Right. What happened? It wasn't renewed. Her contract expired.
A contract came to an end, and the contract was not renewed.
It wasn't renewed. So are you going to advertise for a secretary, or you will choose? What I understand is the president can choose the secretary, right?
Yeah, but the executive must approve it.
Must approve it.
Yeah.
So have you identified somebody already?
We have not identified anybody yet, but we're hoping that before the year start, that we want to have somebody in place to carry.
But what happened, Yulaf? Is it that she was not competent, or people feel that she was not good enough, or what happened?
I don't think so. I just think that her contract came to an end, and that was it.
And the association had to decide on that, right?
The association had to decide.
On that one. They just feel they want to go a different route. Different. Okay, all right, fair enough. So by when do we expect to have a new secretary?
By the end of the year.
By the end of the
So
year.
by the new year, we should have somebody in place because we have a lot of work in the pipeline that we need somebody to continue the work.
Okay. Somebody sent me a picture one of these nights and said, Sibo, look at this. The Olympic Committee and Football Association building are close by, and they show me the state of the playing field. They said that to me, that look at the state of a playing field, and the Olympic Committee and the FA, both of them headquarters are right next to the playing field. And people think it's an eyesore. I am sure you might have gotten complaints about that already.
No, well, that was just caught about 3 days ago.
Right. Yeah, but don't you think you all should keep it to maintain?
Well,
it because-
I know the Olympic Committee spends sometimes too, and we spend also to maintain the ground.
Mhm.
But sometimes the grass go quickly, and we know that we're into the rainy season. Not rainy season, but we have a little rainfall. So the grass push.
But wasn't an academy using there? To me, I used to see some young.
Well, Wayne George Academy
Right.
uses there sometimes on Saturdays. And
Okay.
so, yeah, academy, and that's where Buffett would do their training also.
Have a caller?
Paul.
A question to Glenn. Glenn, I saw some heavy light poles on the savannah. Is that DFA owned or whose own that is?
No, DF on the Buffett State playing field?
Yeah.
No, that was erected by government.
Oh, excuse me. Some tower in Lamport. I thought those things were meant for the stadium, but next thing I saw them at the Buffett State playing field. All right, then. Thank you.
Yeah.
So are you going to light up the playing field?
No, the playing field is lit.
It's
already.
lit. Oh, okay.
That's what Caller was talking about. That.
Oh,
She
okay.
saw 6 poles. Yeah,
The poles are up. Okay.
They're already they're up there about more than a month.
Oh, okay. That is excellent. So what is next for the men's team?
Well, we have another competition, the same CONCACAF series in March. We hope by then we'll have a new coach in place that will understand. Like we said,
new coach or a coach?
Well, a coach, sorry.
Just a little breaking news there now.
Yes.
Ralph Gonzalez's son seemed to have lost his seat. Camilo Gonzalez has lost his seat.
What's his constituency?
West St. George. That is in close to the Annaville area. So he seemed to have lost, and Shallow, these two seats have been won. So that's 2 Labour seats that have gone to NDP already.
Oh, well, and they have the two Grenadines are gone already.
Yes, so, but
Northern
Camilo,
Grenadines.
because, it was always said that last election before, he won by 500 votes. The last time, 5 years ago, it went down to 200. Now, some people seem, again, Ralph's problems might have the son probably paying for that, and it appears that he has lost his seat. That's what's been said. Let's take this caller. So that's interesting news. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am one that believes that the Premier League players should be getting paid. Even though every match or every season, individual decide the championship. But every player should be getting.
So who you think should pay them? The FA?
The FA. Who else?
Wow. Well, the president is there. He can answer that.
When I say is these people have to buy, these young boys, men, have to buy everything they need. Even when they get injured, it's their parents that have to be still taking care of them. So if they were getting something, even that might motivate them to even play better too. They're getting a check after every season or every game, even though $60 a game. That's it, something. So that will motivate them more. The FA boss, I think, look into that for the young men.
Well, Caller, that's difficult because we still under the amateur status of football. What I can say about the injury, if a player gets injured, the FA helps with assisting him with his injury. But to pay a player, and it has to be a professional league. So that is difficult at this stage. Yeah, we might get to that one day, but now at this time, it's an amateur league and the players will kind of get compensated in terms of a salary. What we also do is if a player plays on a national team and he lost his wages due to work commitment, we compensate them. Those that are unemployed, we have a fixed rate that we compensate them on. But in terms of getting paid per game, that's a difficult task now.
So, Glenn, talking about that, about compensation and so on, have you guys resolved this issue? I know it used to be a problem in the past, getting permission for some of the guys who may be working. Because as you said, it's an amateur league and people don't get paid, but they probably have full-time employment, and the negotiations around their business places. Is that settled now? I mean, do you now get the time for the guys, enough time that they can...
Yeah, they get the time off.
Time
Most
off
of the
and so
players
on.
get time off.
So what kind of arrangement is normally done? Do you cover their wages, or is it still their workplace that covers the wages? Is it what's the arrangement there?
We cover their wages.
Okay. So that has
for the government workers,
mm-hmm.
the government would take
care of it. But for the private
sectors, that we cover the wages.
Okay, I'm glad that's been because that used to be a sore point in terms of
the unemployed person that we've decided that we're giving other guys something that we can compensate you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, Glenn, the Premier League have finished. When do you hope to start another Premier League? February, March? After Carnival?
After Carnival, we
After
going to start our Premier League.
Premier
And
League.
what I want to make mention of here is if you notice, our league is dragging right to the end.
Mhm.
And the clubs need to understand that we are postponing too many games for sometimes petty reasons.
Because I couldn't understand how the FA could postpone a game because they had a fete in St. Joseph. I thought that was crazy. Yeah, to postpone a game because people had to go in CO business. That only, I don't know how you all could do that. Let's take this caller. You'll answer when I come back. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Sibo.
Yes, good evening.
Dr. Fontaine and the president of the Football Association are there?
Yes, he's there. Yes. Mhm.
Okay, well, I just want to ask him, what's the latest, what's the position? Do you all get in touch with government for the wall, for the playing field, to fix the playing field in Baffa State?
No, we have no discussion with
Or you never approach them?
Which wall?
The wall, where the, just by Soso House, they are coming down. These are the playing field logo.
Oh, well, we have made an estimate for that a few years ago, but a very expensive venture. It was over $1 million US.
Yeah, but all you have to approach government because there's government there.
Well, it can be a collaborative effort.
If you approach the football also. So
Definitely, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Yes, going back to the point, Glenn, about postponing a game because people had to go and see who.
Well, like I said, and not just for that alone, and it's dragging our league into extra time, if you want to say it that way, when the league should have climax and players should be organizing themselves for the new league. So I think it's something the FA has to be very sturdy on because, like you mentioned, every community in Dominica has a village feast. And if you move it for Double, you say that you got to move it for Point Michel,
right?
Because it's going to come the next month, and the next month is some other area in Portsmouth or whatever. So I believe that we as the FA need to send out the fixtures very early, and the teams or the clubs need to adhere to this fixture. Yes, there'll be time that we'll postpone the game. There's something come up, emergency that we have no control over that. Maybe some weather or whatever, we can postpone the game. But some of the reason that some of the games are postponed is something that we need to look into.
In terms of the football center at Stock Farm, I know you had mentioned about some developments up there. Where is that now?
Well, we are still working with the contractors, the consultant, and in fact, just today I called him. I didn't get him. That we need the drawings that we can send out the whole works to tendering that we can start work at Stock Farm.
Yes, we have another caller for you, I guess. Good evening.
Good evening, Sibo. This is Aki Martin.
Good evening, sir.
A few years ago, at the request of the Dominica Olympic Committee, I visited Greece and the headquarters of the Olympic Committee and the university that is organized by the International Committee as a free service to all member Olympic committees worldwide, and where they offer training in coaching, in sports medicine, sports media coverage, sports promotion, school junior sports development in every single Olympic sports. I'm wondering, with Glenn being in the studio, does Glenn know of this? Is Glenn aware that the Olympic Committee of Dominica here in Dominica, simply by getting the names of persons here who qualify for entry to that university, and it is a university up to master's level, that they can get, you all can get all the need for your human resource development for every single Olympic sport in which you are engaged locally?
Glenn will answer him if they're on the line.
Yeah, we have this. I know two of our coaches went to this Olympic Solidarity coaching course, but it was not in Greece. It was in Hungary a few years ago.
But again, talking about this is where they take students engaged with like FA, like your organization, and they bring them up, and it's a 2 to 4 year, it's a qualified, accredited university level training, and the condition is that you must come back to your country and work. And I sat there, I was there for 2 weeks evaluating the programs, which I did. At that time, Mr. Felix Wilson was president of the Olympic Committee. I made a report, I shared it with him. I have since spoken to the present president, Billy Doxo, who is mine, and I ensured that as soon after he became president, I told him about that. And said, but Billy, all you have to do is write. All you have to do is get the names from your the associations, athletics, volleyball, basketball, every single sport, and can get the human resource development at no cost to us. So why is that not universally known and taken advantage of? I'm just reminding you guys that all of the things, the needs that you see, you see you're doing a sports program. Do you know that one of you can go over there for 6 months and get trained up to professional media level for sports coverage? Do you know that? That all your sports committees commentators on every single sport can be trained up to international media coverage level by a university set up by the International Olympic Committee.
Afi, what I would like to suggest, Glenn is there. Could Glenn contact you tomorrow and come to meet with you?
Can
call you and meet with you, because what you say there is very important, and it seems not to know about it. So because if people can benefit by getting a scholarship, it would be nice if he could come and sit down with you, give him all the details, and then that can work out. Because I would like, for something to benefit Dominica, that is very important. I would like to see him get in touch with you. Glenn, do you have Afi's number?
You have his number?
No, Afi, you want to say it on air? You mind?
My number is
Go ahead.
276
Right.
1878.
Right. So he has that.
And I want to make a suggestion to Glenn. Glenn, just so that we avoid having too many different meetings, I would suggest that when you get together, we can put the details in place. The former president of the Dominica Olympic Committee and the current president of the Dominica Committee, I am prepared to go with you to both of them, either singly, and sit down and let them look at the recommendations that I made when I came back from that trip on behalf of the DOC. Mr. Wilson is aware, Billy Doctor is aware. I'm quite happy to bridge the information gap with you and explore it with you and see what is possible. It's there, my brother. I was there live and direct for 2 weeks and participated in the lectures. I audited some of the lectures that they were doing for the students here from all over the world. There were 2 people from the Caribbean there, 2.
Well, Afi, that's very important. Glenn will call you, and I want you to assist him. Thank you so much for that, Afi. Okay, thank you. Okay, Glenn, I think we come to the end of this conversation. It's always nice speaking to you. I hope when the new year starts, before the new season starts, we can get you back here again.
I'll be back.
Tell us everything, because I think you gave a lot of information there tonight. There are a lot of problems the association has to fix. And as president, I know you will get your guys together. By the time next time we meet you, maybe you'll have a new secretary. Maybe you might have a new coach. All that we might have by the time.
We should have both a new secretary and a new coach.
Right. So thank you very much for joining us.
Or a coach.
Right. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you so much, Glenn.
Thank you.
Right. So
good night.
Let's take a break, Dr. Fontaine. Okay. Thank you, man. Yeah. Right.
Or where in Roseau, Kimatabis, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford, all chicken parts available that you can afford. Fresh breast, and you know breast is the best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even Swinging Stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love Risapul, AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks, it's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always fresh.
The economic power of Dominica revolves at AC Shillingford and Company. For timeless, trusted, dependable, comprehensive insurance coverage, it has to be New India Insurance. Need anything overseas? Shopbox Dominica and Isle of Freight is your advance on-time delivery right to your doorstep. For super savings on all your groceries, come to ACS Super Shopping Center for laundry, groceries, cooking, beverages, and event supplies on King Jonathan Street. ACS 7-Eleven on High Street, supplying your everyday. Fill up your vehicle gas tanks, get your cooking gas, and top-ups of all kinds. Or go to 7-Eleven Portersville, where the best-kept secret is conveniently located upstairs in the confidential escape or staycation self-contained accommodations at the Porter's Place. Ace Shillingford, where you spend less and get more. Dominica, it's game time. On or off the field, every goal, corner kick, every penalty, from cricket to football to netball to basketball. Del Magis is Dominica's #1 and only all-star sports, all gear, all uniform, all access sports center. Get all your team and individual all sportswear, accessories, and fitness comfort apparel. Del Magis got it all. From Nike to Lacoste to Puma, Adidas, Like a Bunny, Levi's, football boots in all sizes, hoses, shin guards, goalkeeper gloves, sneakers for running, jogging, walking, climbing, hiking, or tracking, softball, cricket ball, sports trophies, and all sports gear and wear. Your sports dominance begins at Del Natchez. Oubliez jouer, sway, sauter, marcher, éventuer, track pants, top shorts, sports bras, in all neutral or delicate fluorescent colored sports fabrics. Only at Del Natchez, proud sponsor the Sports Wrap. Reviews, results, analysis, predictions, and sports commentary. Del Natchez on King George 5th Street, lower down from AC Shillingford Shopping Center.
When you want the get, you do shop at SCA. Better than the rest, go shop at SCA. And they all compare, shop at SCA. You get more for life, shop at SCA. Shop at SCA, yeah, shop at SCA. Shop at SCA, what is that? Shop at SCA. Yes, family, customer friendly, with free locations, it's so convenient, and our price is Madam, that's where you belong. Oh, tell your mama, tell your papa, shop at SCA. Tell your son and your daughter, shop at SCA. Auntie, nan, and cousin, friend, open power, all of them. Open neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, side, what? Shop at SCA. Shop at SCA. Shop at SCA. Shop at SCA. Check us out at Portersville, High Street, and downtown Rose.
Some laundry detergents may miss the mark when it comes to adding softness to your loads. But fortunately in Dominica, we've got Ensueno Fabric Softener. Ensueno is the conditioner of laundry care, making your clothes feel butterfly soft. This Ensueno Fabric Softener, long-lasting 5 fragrances protect your fabrics. Revitalize your laundry with the refreshing scent of spring fresh Ensueno Fabric Softener. Makes your clothes fluffy, alive, and vibrant. Love all over Dominica. Local agents, AC Shillingford & Company. Available at all supermarkets and your favorite friendly neighborhood outlet or shop. Use Ensueno.
Looking Jackson State? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Leaving the office late and need somewhere close? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Have business clients coming in and need accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Looking for group accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House at 37 Goodwill Road in Portersville, upstairs ACS Supermarket. Enjoy our semi-self-contained rooms with Wi-Fi, air condition, cable network, mini refrigerator, all in a non-smoking environment. Or WhatsApp at 1767 1899 or email us at info@portersplaceguesthouse.com to make your reservations. Porter's Place, your home away from home. Fit for a king, a queen, and all their royal subjects.
Dominica, it's game time. On or off the field, every goal, corner kick, every penalty, from cricket to football to netball to basketball. Del Mattress is Dominica's #1 and only all-star sports, all gear, all uniform, all access sports center. Get all your team and individual all sportswear, accessories, and fitness comfort apparel. Del Mattress got it all. From Nike to Lacoste to Puma, Adidas, Sacco Bunny, Levi's, football boots in all sizes, hoses, shin guards, goalkeeper gloves, sneakers for running, jogging, walking, climbing, hiking, or tracking, softball, cricket ball, sports trophies, and all sports gear and wear. Your sports dominance begins at Del Mattress. Oubliez jouer, sway, sauter, marcher, éventuer, track pants, top shorts, sports bras, in all neutral or delicate fluorescent colored sports fabrics. Only at Del Mattress. Proud sponsor the Sports Wrap, interactive sports review, results, analysis, predictions, and Street, King George V Street, lower down from A Station for Shopping Center.
Welcome back to Sports Wrap for today. It is it's Thursday, and we are keeping a close watch as well on the results coming out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But just to let you know, that in terms of the scores, as we switch our attention now to cricket, Windwards appear to be putting up a fight now. They're at 97 for free. So the top three batters have all been out. Johan Jerry, Steph Pascal 6, Teddy Bishop got 13. So at the creases, Sonil Ambrice and Darren Ned. Sonil has 20 at 18. So 97 from 3 of 22 overs. All right, we are going to take this call, this caller. Good evening, caller.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, good evening.
Thibault and Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Last year around that time, Liverpool was the front runner.
Yes, that's
Just
right.
want to talk about the football.
Yes, sure.
So
Go ahead.
this time around, okay, just to make it clear, I'm an Arsenal fan since the time of Ian Wright.
Okay.
When they was at the Highbury. Now they are the Emirates. But the first stadium was Highbury. You saw enough London Derby, and I saw you see what we did the great Bayern Munich. So I just hope we keep it's a rainy season, but I just hope we take the issue. And this year might be our time to take the lead.
Well, well, I agree with you. I like to make early predictions on the Premier League, and it does appear that Arsenal seems to be setting the pace there. For winning. It appears that they are going to be doing that this year. I mean, they're doing really, really well at the top of the Premier League table. They are up with 29 points ahead of Chelsea at number 2 with 23 points, and Manchester City in third place with 22 points. All right, so second, third, fourth, they vary just so 2 points between second, third, and fourth, and Arsenal 2 full games ahead. So yeah, as you said, it's still early days yet. Still very early days as yet, but it does appear that 12 games gone out of the 38 games we played, and Arsenal seems to be doing very, very well this year. They've won 9 of their 12 games. They've lost 1, and they've drawn 2. And Chelsea has actually won 7, lost 3, 2. So no undefeated team in the league. So that tells you the level of competition in the Premier League. Always exciting competition. But what about Liverpool? Liverpool last year winners. Liverpool, they're struggling this year, inexplicably so. They're at number 12 currently. They're at number 12. And after having played 12 games, they have won 6 and have lost 6. With 20
game
Well,
in the
yeah.
champion, they were beaten 4-1 by PSV.
That is correct.
In things. So they're struggling big time. In fact,
Yeah,
they have even been talk about the manager being fired.
Well, I'll be surprised if he survives the year because coming from winning the championship and the year before as well, been competitive, so very competitive, and now all of a sudden you're struggling. They're in the second half of the tables.
Well, I just spoke to Lance John, a former cricketer, as most people know, who played with me for many years, who is a strong supporter of the Labour Party. What he said to me, things are not looking good at all. In fact, he confirmed that Ralston may have lost. They've just confirmed that, but the votes are coming slowly, but it's not looking good. I just spoke to him, Lance John. He confirmed that things are very bad.
Yes, and there is also trickling in, but from what we can see as of now, 10 out of the 15 seats, UWP are leading in 10 seats.
Well, NDP, well, as I said to you before we went on here tonight, I expected NDP to win 10 seats, 10-5. That's how I expected it to be.
So they're leading in 10. Doesn't mean they'll win all 10.
Well, look, somebody that said something unconfirmed that NDP may have won 11 out of the 15. Somebody just coming in now.
It will be interesting. Yes, caller, good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, Mr. Maynard. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I just want to say that Mr. Gonzalez is not only having his last days in office, he's having his last hours in office. He's on his last leg in office and having his last dance in office. But as he dances his way out of government, I am very, very happy for Friday and his team. It so happened that Mr. Gonzalez, which you rightfully said earlier, I really don't understand why people don't want to enjoy life after retirement. Right? At almost 80, why, especially being in government for over 20 years, why you want to continue at this age, at his stage? And I don't understand. His party actually should have stood up and say, well, Mr. Leader, Mr. Prime Minister, in the best interest of the party, the country, and whatever, we will be happy if you bow out. Peacefully, you've made your contribution, you have served in the highest office just about in the country, and, but as you mentioned in terms of his son born in America, I don't know what is their constitution, which means then he probably got dual citizenship. So could people who have dual citizen serve in the parliament in St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Apparently not, because we saw, for example, that at one point, Gonzalez was even challenging Friday, because Friday has Canadian citizenship.
Not Friday alone, and Fitzbramble as well.
Fitzbramble.
But Fitzbramble played for the country, played football.
But it's important, as Commonwealth citizens can compete in elections. They have a similar constitution like we have here in Dominica, so they're Commonwealth citizens. I'm not sure what arrangement they had with Gonzalez. It is possible. I'm talking about Gonzalez Jr. That's Camilo Gonzalez. It is possible he gave it up. I don't know.
Well, look, I'm just getting something. They're saying that Peter Wickham is saying, he's on here, that it could be 12-3.
12-3.
Yeah, he's saying that. But I had predicted 10-5 before tonight. I said that from the reports I've been getting that NDP could win 10 seats. But it looked like it could even be more Because one day is a swing against the incumbent, everybody suffers. Most people suffer.
Yeah. And then you get the sense that, people have, after 25 years, people are fed up. with
But
the same
you know
government.
something that is striking, Dr. Fountain, and I want people to listen to that. Under Ralph Gonsalves, they built an international airport. They built a new port as well. The hospital is going up. But the people not concerned about that. The people say, to hell if you're on your airport and your port, what we want is pocket and jobs. And the people have been suffering. And a small group, like happens here, are benefiting. So a lot of people have suffered. So they decide, no, we will teach you a lesson. It cannot be that we are suffering like that. And then you can be, and that's what's
It's amazing how we're so similar in terms of our politics.
Yeah, we have a caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Sibo, and the rest of the panel.
Yes.
Upon the results, it's looking very good for the NDP. And as you mentioned, I said that too as well, that I'm looking at 9-10 for the NDP. They need more. I just saw people who come who said that when you look at these constituencies where the ULP was strong, there's a swing there. It may be a small swing, but it's not a good swing for them. It's a good swing in the favor of the opposition. I see Friday is just sweeping his way through in his constituency.
Well, that's expected in Beckway. Yeah.
Well, the guy have 119 votes. 119 votes. Come to Friday, 800 something. And the last time the guy get about a four something against Friday, but now I see guy get 119 so far.
So that should be a good sign as well.
Yeah.
In terms of even where they performed creditably the last time, they're losing heavily.
It's a complete swing against them. The swing against the government. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I was saying, though, in terms of Friday and Bramble, I'm challenged about their dual citizenship before the election. Friday almost 5 terms, as well as Bramble have been there for quite a while. And then they try to compare the situation in Dominica and talk about having a Dominican passport. And what the law shows is convincing. Once you become a citizen, you have to be of intention. Once you become a citizen.
Let me tell you, we're going to be calling. Bosso, hold on. Yes. If you can get a villa, we're going to call somebody live now from St. Vincent. So if you can, okay, please, so you can listen as well.
I will listen.
Okay, right, okay. So yes, we're going to be speaking to Stanley Hines, a former cricketer who played together with me, and we're going to hear from him directly from St. Vincent to find out what exactly is happening, because, a former teammate of mine, Islands, he also played a match or two for the Common Islands as well. When he played for St. Vincent together. So we're going to get something directly from St. Vincent now, from Stanley Hines, and hear what's happening, because Ralph Gonsalves seems to be on the ropes, and so we have him on live. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Mr. Stanley Hines, Gunny Hines, how are you, man?
Good evening, Lock. We are in celebratory mode.
Oh, you are in celebratory. All of Dominica is listening to show goes all around. Gunny, tell us what's happening. Tell us, please. People listening to you, they want to know what's going on. Tell me.
We are in celebratory mode, my brother. They're gone.
Well, we're going to play a song for you. We're going to play a song for you just now. So tell us what I understood. Camilla has lost his seat.
The candidate started, but I'll tell you something. At this moment, NDP is leading by about 11 to 12 seats.
11 to 12 seats.
They're gone. The heir apparent from 11 side is gone.
He's lost. Camilla has lost.
Yes.
What about Sabota Caesar? Well, Kisha Shallow has won convincingly, right? He's won already.
No, but we expect him to win.
Okay, and all the Kingston Six, like people like Lee Cock and Cummings, all these fellas, all of them have won?
Cummings is blowing away his opponent in West Kingston. Lee Cock will tear up Marvin Fraser. Fitzbumble will destroy Luke Brown.
Okay, let me ask you now, for people like what Dominica, Luke Brown his mother is from Dominica. I don't want Dominican people to know that. He went up in the Sion Hill area, Ken Garden. What about Kashaka Cupid? I coached him for Winworth under 19. What has happened with his seat, Kashaka Cupid?
I am not quite as clear as it should be.
Kashaka seat.
Kashaka, no, we are waiting on results we are waiting on his results.
We're waiting on his results.
We can be in a tight spot, but we are waiting the results.
What about the Bayabu seat? The Bayabu seat. What about that seat? Bayabu seat.
That's one to us. That's one to us,
NDP. What about the one in Owiya?
The young lady up is leading. We're still waiting on results.
Okay. So you expected at the end of the night it could be 12-3?
Yeah, it could be 11-4, 12-3. It's nothing less than that.
But I saw the comrade Ralph was on a helicopter today. Was he distributing money?
No, I can't say. What I do know is that the clip came, he was in a helicopter with a got from St. Lucia and was going from the western side to the northeastern side, up and down over the country with the helicopter. Maybe it's last night.
Oh, last night. Go ahead.
Yes, let me ask you, how is it looking for the former prime minister? How is it looking for him? His own seat. Yeah, for the Prime Minister Gonzalez. How is it looking for him? What is the story there with him and his seat? Is he leading or?
I think he would definitely win his seat.
Okay.
So I believe, this is my belief, that his opponent will gain no vote, but he will win his seat.
Okay.
So the free seat, Sobota Caesar should win too, right? Sobota Caesar should win his seat for Labour as well, right?
I think Ralph will win his seat. There's no two ways about it.
So
the Beans has already gone to NDP.
Right.
And the other people are the pointers heading for a landslide victory.
Well, my brother, don't drink too much tonight. Make sure you're safe. Just make sure you're safe tonight and you enjoy yourself, right? I know we spoke all during the day, all week we've been speaking. So I know you're happy. I feel sorry for our friend Lance John. I know he's sad. His party has lost badly. But I think he was expecting that from speaking to him. He was expecting that. That.
So some rain is falling. Maybe the blessings from the Almighty God is wash away the ULP sins.
So the blessings from Almighty God is washing out the ULP people. That's what he's saying.
The washing away ULP sins. We've gone with them. Friday, what a wonderful day. Friday, the Prime Minister on Friday.
Well, so Godwin Friday tomorrow will be sworn in on a Friday as the new Prime Minister of St. Vincent, right?
And it's a public holiday. We're enjoying ourselves.
So the big fete will be where tonight? Everybody will assemble in Central Kingston, or you're going to Shallow Seat, or which one? Where was Victoria Park tonight?
I think the figures already. So I expect him to come comfortably down because the incumbent went there after himself at the polling station today. He went there and tried to want to stop what's going on down there.
That's Carlos James. Carlos James.
And whatever. I wasn't there. But he gone. But he know he gone.
Okay. Well, Goddy, listen to that. So hold it. Stay on the line a while. Listen to that a while. Stay on the line. Don't go. Just stay on the line. No, until they wake up. Yeah, we try to play the song for you. The government must fall. You know, there's a song by Lord Churchill, that one of years ago. Well, this government, it was predicted. Ralph Gonzalez now will go on rest. Obviously, Camilo is lost, so he can't be the leader. They'll have to get a leader now. Stanley Hines.
As I told you, Camilo lost. And I am such a judge. We're going to have a nice white wine and celebrate.
You're going to have some white wine tonight. That's what you're having.
We're supposed to have a little bit of a party tonight in the street.
Okay. Don't be safe, my brother. Don't be safe, okay? Don't be safe.
We're sorry, but there's a blessing from Almighty God.
Okay, all right. That's why there'll always be a God. There's always a God.
I'll give you the final results in about an hour's time. I'll call you on your
No problem. We'll speak. No problem. So we'll talk later.
I'll be late to your station.
No problem. No problem. Thank you very much, man. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Don't have one enough.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Well, you heard the results, guys. this Ralph is gone. Ralph now have to say mea culpa, mea culpa.
Yeah, but so I wanted to ask him about the prime minister, because circulating around is that Gonzalez himself is gone. I mean, people know it's his son.
His son, it's Camilo that has lost.
Camilo
not
Gonzalez,
Ralph.
and not
Yeah,
Ralph.
not Ralph.
So that's very
Yeah,
important.
it's difficult for Ralph to lose down in Georgetown area. It's difficult. Yeah. Good evening.
Tibo,
Mm.
I hope our people here will take a page from that. I hope our people here will learn a lesson. 25 years of man in this. What you want more to do with the country? You don't get enough. You don't take enough. Papa, get out there and leave people alone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, you know, with all this, we've forgotten that West Indies is playing on Monday night, Dr. Fountain?
Oh, it's Monday,
The first is Monday night, 6 o'clock. The first test against New Zealand for people who follow 6 o'clock. Don't forget that. Monday night, 6 o'clock. The finals of the Super 50 will be Saturday afternoon from 2. It looked like it could be between Trinidad and Barbados.
And we did not even talk about South Africa and India.
Oh,
South
yeah,
Africa,
man.
glorious.
India beaten again, whitewashed at home.
Whitewashed at home.
We have a call on the line?
We'll discuss that next
Yeah.
time.
Good evening.
Sibo, if you're waiting for Dominica to do like that, don't wait, because it's more payment you have go on that there. Don't worry there. So I'm going to follow St. Vincent.
No, but you see, people must think because, as I said, Ralph Gonzalez built a new international airport, a new port, a hospital, and that didn't, the people decide you're not going to fool us with that, because it cannot be one group of people are benefiting. The country's resources are going to one group, Dr.
So the message from St. Vincent, just building an airport is not good enough.
Exactly, and building
And
a new port as
it seems
well.
that is the only thing this current government has.
Exactly, a new
to
airport, that's
offer.
what, exactly.
They have a new airport.
Yeah, so
which
a new port as well, and a new hospital is going on. But the people say no, because we don't have jobs. Whoever have the salaries are low. You and your family and a small circle
Living large.
are living large, or you could buy houses, millions of dollars in a country. No,
I mean, it's really stunning, the similarities. The only difference, I think, between St. Vincent and Dominica, St. Vincent don't have the largest of the CBI.
No, well, they don't have that at all.
They
They
don't
don't
have
have
the
that at
CBI.
all.
But in every other score, I mean, the politics are the same, giving people handouts and so on, and keeping people poor.
And and Ralph and them, they had this stuff that trying to scare people that if you vote for Friday, because they were going to contest that say he's a Canadian. Friday has won election 4 times. He has been a member of parliament for over 15 years.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you want to challenge him. Fitz Bramble played football for St. Vincent. He won in the seat 5 years ago, the Andersville area, and you contested it. And that is the plan. But now, they'll have no leg to stand on, because if you get beaten 11-12 to 3, what do you contest what? What are you going to contest? So what? In fact, all these guys have to go and hide themselves. Some of them could end up in prison because all this stuff they have done. And Camilo, and that's another lesson where somebody like Camilo Gonzalez, they say he's this guy, he would always drive with his glass up, never want to speak to anybody. And he has suffered. We have another caller. Let's take the caller.
Final caller.
You can get me. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Sibo?
Yes?
I called you earlier on, and I say you guys have energized my spirit. You know who's speaking?
Yeah, I know. Yes.
Right. Sibo, I am so happy. I am in a joy. And I am saying to the Dominican public, we need to wake up. It is time to wake up, and we cannot allow those things to go on any longer. The next thing you're going to hear about St. Vincent is big investigation about where the money gone. And this is what we have to do in Dominica, because our money, we need it for our children and our grandchildren to find a better Dominica. Our cricket, our football, our basketball, our rounders, for us to re-energize young people to go into sports
and to challenge and to do just like the one that go to France and win for us, I think we have the potential. So, my brother, I am very happy tonight.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you. Okay, we coming to the end of the program. As I said, West Indies plays Monday night. The first test against New Zealand starts at 6 o'clock. The Super 50 finally Saturday afternoon from 2 o'clock. It appears that it's going to be between Barbados and Trinidad. So people can follow the results. We have their website. You can follow in St. Vincent. But it appears now that the NDP, it's just a matter of how many seats now. How many? That is what's happening now. Okay? So on behalf of Dr. Fontaine, I just want to say good night to everybody, and we'll be back next week. Couldn't get here.
And we can't wake up, open up your eyes. Your country needs you, hope you realize. Our government is abusing its power.